I got to take these characters and show so much more of them.
I don't want to get all pessimistic on you.
For me, as like a black girl growing up, to see a black woman as a lead in a film like that was so immense.
Look at the incredible changes we've experienced and survived.
Nia, Ralph, congratulations on the Bone Temple. It's amazing. I really loved it. And Ralph, I want to start with you. Your interpretive performance to Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast is probably the best thing I've seen on screen all year. I can see why it's on the poster. Can you take me through that scene from your perspective?
Yeah, what a great... I mean, I didn't know the song, I have to confess. And I obviously, as soon as I read the script, I listened to it. I thought, this is exciting. And then with Shelley, who's choreographed it, and Nia, we worked on it as what it was going to be. I mean, we talked about it, and the set was a given. The set was already there, but Nia had thought about the essential shape of it. Then I was with Shelley, the choreographer, and worked on what it was going to be. I wasn't presented with moves. It was organic to what we discovered, and what my physicality, sort of what erupted out of my own physicality. And then we rehearsed it a bunch of times, didn't we? So you could feel the shape of it all. So we broke it down. But I loved it. I mean, I thought it was a wild idea of Alex's in the screenplay. And it was great how Nia nurtured it.
Nia, it would have been impossible to make a Danny Boyle film. But what I love is you didn't even try. Like, you made a Nia DaCosta film. It's so obvious from the first scene that that's what this movie is.
Thank you.
Can you tell me about, I guess, how that vision came to life and collaborating with Danny and Alex?
Absolutely. I mean, it really started with reading the two scripts. To me, what was so exciting was that they were so different. They felt really different. They were about different things. There was a continuation, definitely, but I got to take these characters like Kelson, like the Jimmys, in particular Jimmy Crystal, Jimmy Ink, and Samson, and show so much more of them. So, Rafe and I could talk about Kelson and add all this dimension to his character that we don't get to see in the first one because it's so specific what he's doing in that film. And with the Jimmys, we get to see more about their dogma. So for me, it was really taking that and running with it and feeling comfortable enough to be like, oh, this is different, so this can feel different. So I can actually direct this film and not worry about someone breathing down my neck wanting it to be more Danny. And that was the first thing that we talked about. They weren't trying to make a Danny Boyle film, but they also weren't trying to definitely not make a Danny Boyle film with the second movie. But when I said what I wanted to do, they were really down to clown.
I think you honored the first film, but then took it somewhere new, which I think is very special. Rafe, just once I would like a post-apocalyptic film to present a utopia, always dystopian. Why do you think pop culture always reveals that humans are the real monsters in these situations?
I'm afraid I think that's the case, though. I mean, I don't want to get all pessimistic on you, but it's hard to be encouraged by the progress in the world. The last century was full of these obscene world wars with so much destruction, and what's happening, mankind is blind to climate change, and everyone is saying we've passed the tipping point. Actually, weirdly, from what I read, China is making the most impact. But a terrible, obscene wars happening. And so I think a utopian film, lovely as it may be, is not reflecting, I'm afraid to say it, the reality of where we're headed. But I think it would be nice to do a utopian film anyway. Yeah. Maybe that's what we'll do.
Yeah, we'll do that next one.
I think it would be great.
And Nia, I spoke to you for The Marvels, so I know that you're a huge film nerd. What does the original 28 Days Later mean to you?
Oh man, I mean, it's funny because at the time you don't think about why something impacts you as much as it does, but it was a seminal formative film for me. It wasn't just because I loved horror, which I always did, even as a very small child. It was also me learning that film could come in so many different ways, and that especially a genre film like horror could be authored in the way that it was by Danny. And also it's like, for me as a black girl growing up, to see a black woman as a lead in a film like that was so immense. And again, in a way I didn't realize until I was older. I was like, oh wow, that was really important to me to see Naomi Harris wielding her machete. And so it was huge for me. So it's actually like, you know, when I saw the trailer for the first time and it said produced by Danny Boyle, written by Alex Garland, directed by Nia DaCosta, I totally flashed back to being 11 years old or 12 years old and watching the DVD of 28 Days Later over and over again in my
Really?
house. Yeah. It like was such a crazy moment where I could take a step back and say, oh wow, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, guys, we've run out of time. What you've both created here is truly, truly wonderful. You should both
Thank
be very
you.
proud.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
And cut.